Today's market is recovering. Palantir's price is finally moving, giving a glimpse of that $90 range. According to analysts, today is really crucial for Palantir. But there's something big you need to know. Wall Street just dropped massive bombshells. Palantir's next price has been leaked. But there's something suspicious about this. Do they know something we don't know? Is this the start of full recovery? Or is this something else? Well, let me explain. Disclaimer. Palantir made some seriously exciting moves today, and for those of us who have been sticking with it through all the ups and downs, this feels like a breath of fresh air. The stock surged all the way up to $90 per share before settling around $85. And while that might not sound like a groundbreaking jump to some, for the Palantir community, this is a massive moment. Let's be real. Palantir has been through some rough times. Investors have watched the stock struggle, dip, and test their patience more times than they'd like to count. But today, for the first time in a while, we're seeing a real spark of recovery. And that's not just good news, it's game-changing. Because it's not just about the numbers, it's about what this move represents. This little rally shows that confidence is creeping back in. Investors who were once doubtful might start rethinking their stance. Those who were on the fence about buying in might finally see a reason to make a move. And for the people who held through all the turbulence, this is the kind of moment that makes it all feel worth it. Seeing Palantir push forward like this is a reminder that, despite everything, this stock still has the potential we always believed in. And let's not forget what happens when confidence returns. Momentum builds. When investors start feeling bullish, the entire atmosphere shifts. The hesitation, the fear, the uncertainty, that starts fading away. Instead of questioning whether Palantir can turn things around, people start asking how high it can go. That's the kind of shift that can completely change the trajectory of a stock. So, while this might just be one step in the right direction, it's a big one. It's the kind of movement that could set the tone for what's next. And if this trend continues, well, let's just say, things could get really interesting for Palantir very soon. But here's the thing. While today's move looks exciting, not everyone is convinced this is the start of a true comeback. One analyst took a deep dive into Palantir's price chart and came to a much darker conclusion. According to him, the bulls are cooked. He pointed out something pretty eye-opening. The monthly shooting star candle just printed, and it has the highest trading volume since Palantir's inception. That's not exactly a bullish sign. In fact, it suggests a serious rejection at the highs. And if that wasn't enough, he made it clear. Buyers weren't exactly rushing in after that massive 1,800% pump from the lows. So while today's rally feels like a win, the bigger picture might tell a different story. This isn't just about one good day. It's about whether there's real strength behind the move. But wait, you might be wondering, what actually just happened? Why did Palantir's price suddenly go volatile? Did we miss something big? Well, it looks like Wall Street just dropped some massive bombshells, and they're shaking things up in a big way. Wedbush just reiterated its outperform rating on Palantir, keeping its price target at a jaw-dropping $120. That alone is enough to get people talking. But it's why they did it that makes this even more exciting. Analysts are seeing something huge here. An unmatched AI moat, a trillion-dollar market opportunity, and a growth trajectory that looks a lot like what Oracle pulled off back in the day. In other words, they think Palantir isn't just another AI stock. It's the AI stock. And it gets even better. Wedbush expects Palantir to land more massive orders from the US government, keeping its status as a top-tier player in the big leagues of federal contracts. That's a huge deal. Dan Ives, one of the biggest names in the analyst world, dropped another bombshell in a note to clients. Based on what he's hearing in Washington, D.C., Palantir could be on the verge of something huge. There's growing talk that the efficiency focus of Doge's plan, yeah, you heard that right, could be a major breakthrough for companies like Palantir. Why? Because its unique software offering fits perfectly with what's happening in Washington, especially under Trump and Musk's influence. And here's where it gets even crazier. If this momentum keeps up, Palantir could lock in more deals, grab even bigger IT budgets, and solidify itself as a government powerhouse for years to come. If that happens, this stock isn't just recovering. It could be setting up for something massive. The hype is real. And if investors start piling in, we could see Palantir's price skyrocket way beyond where it is now. But wait, if Palantir is this promising, why has its stock been crashing lately? If everything is lining up for massive growth, why isn't the price reflecting that? And even crazier, why is Wall Street still so bullish despite the dip? Something isn't adding up. See, when a stock tanks, it usually means investors are losing confidence. But that's not what's happening here. In fact, analysts are doubling down on their bullish outlook, calling Palantir a game-changer with $1 trillion potential. They're still pushing high price targets, still seeing long-term upside, still calling it a must-watch stock. So what's going on? This kind of disconnect is suspicious. Either Wall Street knows something the rest of us don't, or they're deliberately playing the long game, waiting for retail investors to panic and sell before loading up at a discount. The reality is, short-term price moves don't always reflect a company's true value. And right now, Palantir's fundamentals, government contracts, and AI dominance are all pointing in one direction: long-term growth. So the real question isn't just why the price is dropping, it's who is taking advantage of it. But here's something even crazier. One analyst just explained why buying Palantir stock right now could actually set you up for life. Yeah, that sounds dramatic, but when you hear the reasoning, it starts making a whole lot of sense. Let's take a step back and look at what Palantir actually does and why it matters so much. We all hear about AI changing the world, but Palantir is one of the few companies actually making it happen. This isn't just about fancy algorithms. It's about completely transforming how businesses and governments operate. Right now, every company, every agency, every organization is drowning in data. There are hidden gold mines inside that data, ways to sell better, improve customer experiences, speed up supply chains, cut down costs. But for years, it's been up to human managers to slowly sift through all that information, trying to spot tiny improvements over months or even years. It's slow, it's messy, and it barely scratches the surface of what's actually possible. That's where Palantir comes in. Instead of relying on humans to connect the dots, its AI can instantly scan through everything and find the patterns no one else can see. It tells companies exactly where they're wasting money, where they could be more efficient, and how they can stay ahead of the competition, all in real time. It's like having a crystal ball for running a business, and the results speak for themselves. Palantir isn't just some cool tech. It's fundamentally changing the way industries work, and people are starting to catch on. And here's where it gets even bigger. We are just at the beginning of an AI explosion. Last quarter alone, companies announced $325 billion in AI investments for 2025. Apple is going even further, with a jaw-dropping $500 billion AI spending plan over the next 4 years. That's $500 billion flowing into AI. Sure, some of that money will go to chip makers like NVIDIA, but a huge portion is going straight into AI software, and that's exactly where Palantir thrives. But the real magic happens when smaller businesses start jumping in. Right now, AI is mostly being used by massive corporations and government agencies. But imagine what happens when mid-sized companies, local businesses, and entire industries like construction, retail, and real estate start using AI to run smarter, faster, and cheaper. Palantir's platform could be the go-to tool for all of them, unlocking an entirely new wave of growth that's barely even started yet. That's why analysts are saying Palantir's future is so much bigger than what we've seen so far. The AI revolution isn't slowing down. It's only just heating up. Now, let's talk about the stock. If you've been watching Palantir, you know it's had some wild moves. It's rallied hard from its lows, and some experts are saying a pullback could be coming. But here's the thing. Short-term dips don't matter when the long-term story is this strong. Palantir has already made early investors a ton of money, but this could still be just the beginning. With AI spending going through the roof, government contracts rolling in, and businesses waking up to the power of AI-driven decision-making, Palantir is in the perfect spot for massive growth. And here's the real kicker. According to him, market volatility might actually be the opportunity here. Right now, with all the uncertainty in the stock market, Palantir shares are trading at a discount compared to just a few weeks ago. And for people who have a long-term mindset, this could be one of those moments. The kind of opportunity where, years from now, people look back and say, I wish I had bought more. Palantir isn't just another tech stock. It's shaping the future of AI. And as the world shifts towards AI-powered everything, this company could be riding a wave that's only going to get bigger and bigger. And when you look at everything happening right now, it's obvious. Palantir isn't just here to stay, it's on track to dominate the market. Wall Street sees it too. Analysts are saying Palantir could land even more deals and bigger IT budgets from Washington. The government is shifting toward AI-driven efficiency, and Palantir's platform is a perfect fit. Dan Ives even pointed out that insiders in DC believe Palantir's unique software could be a game changer in the coming years, locking in major federal contracts. If that happens, it won't just boost revenue, it could completely shift how investors see Palantir. More contracts mean more credibility, more confidence, and way more money flowing in. This isn't just another AI stock hype cycle. Palantir is becoming a cornerstone of AI-driven business and government. And as Washington pours in funding, the market will have no choice but to take notice. The pieces are falling into place. The only question is, are you ready for what's coming? But what is your opinion on this? Comment down below. If you are curious to find more, then make sure to click on one of the videos you see on the screen. And with that, we come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed the video, then turn on the notifications bell on this channel. Missing an important Palantir update might make you lose money, so don't risk it. Also, please share this video. Nobody expected what Palantir did today. Price dipped, but quickly rebounded. The atmosphere is bullish. But something weird happened today. Politicians just changed the entire script for Palantir. Analysts are dropping massive bombshells. Palantir price might 5x soon. How? Well, Elon Musk might have the answer. What is happening? And what on earth am I even talking about? Well, let me explain. Disclaimer. Palantir just showed everyone who's boss in the AI stock game. Its price took a bit of a dip, cooling off to around $116 per share. But that didn't last long. In just a few hours, it came roaring back, climbing fast and even touching the $120 range again. It was a wild ride, with the stock refusing to stay down for long. Eventually, it found some balance, settling around $119, but not before proving that it's got some serious momentum behind it. For a brief moment, investors were panicking, watching Palantir dip and wondering if the hype was fading. But then, boom, it shot right back up, flipping the entire mood in an instant. Now, everyone's feeling insanely bullish. Even analysts are throwing out big signals, hyping up what's next. One Twitter analyst even went all in, predicting that Palantir will eventually hit something massive. The analyst is saying that Palantir is headed for $500, and honestly, not many people get it. Most investors are more focused on other stocks that are cheaper, celebrating when they see a quick 60% gain after those stocks took a huge dive, like a 75% drop from their all-time highs. They like to point to things like the PE ratio and act like they're geniuses for sticking with those stocks. Meanwhile, they're quick to label Palantir as too expensive because of its higher price tag. But here's the thing. Those who are diving into Palantir are the ones actually making money. It's not about playing it safe with the cheap options. It's about recognizing the value and potential in something that's still growing, even if it doesn't fit the typical mold. Palantir might be expensive to some, but for those who understand it, it's a real winner. Another analyst stepped in with an even clearer prediction, saying that Palantir's path to $200 is becoming more obvious. They're also seeing a $600 billion market cap in the near future. It's like the pieces are finally starting to fall into place for Palantir. As it continues to grow, the potential for these numbers is becoming less of a stretch and more of a real possibility. Investors are starting to see that this isn't just hype. It's a company on the rise, slowly but surely making its way to some huge milestones. Of course, not everyone is on the Palantir hype train. There's always another side to the story, and some people are still convinced that Palantir is just another bubble waiting to burst. One Twitter analyst even went as far as saying that, in his 24 years of trading, he's never seen a stock more overvalued than Palantir right now. He really doesn't hold back, calling its $270 billion market cap pure insanity. For him, the price tag just doesn't match the company's current performance or what it's really worth. It's a bold take, but it's a perspective that's still floating around the market. Here's the thing, though. This might not matter all that much. Something pretty big just came out today that could change everything. It's been reported that politicians keep buying Palantir stocks. In fact, just today, one of them picked up another solid chunk of Palantir shares. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene from Georgia also jumped in. She's on the Homeland Security Committee and has now become the fourth politician to buy into Palantir. What's wild is that just 2 weeks ago, not a single politician had touched Palantir stock. This is huge for Palantir. When politicians start buying into a stock, it's a strong signal, especially considering the timing. Politicians are typically cautious with their investments, and they often have inside knowledge or access to information that the public doesn't. So when we see a few of them picking up Palantir, it raises a lot of questions. Could they know something big is coming for the company? If this trend continues, it could definitely give Palantir a boost. More politicians buying in could signal growing confidence, not just in the company, but in its future potential. Their moves could even spark interest from other investors, creating a snowball effect that pushes the stock price up. Whether it's a new contract or a partnership with the government, something is likely in the works. The fact that so many political figures are getting involved right now feels like a bullish sign, and the market might react to this newfound interest soon. Either way, it's hard to ignore. Palantir is looking like a stock to watch. Here's something pretty wild that just popped up. South Korea is about to buy 10,000 GPUs to build a national AI computing center. They'll drop more details like the exact models and the budget by September, but the scale of this is huge. Now, here's where it gets interesting for Palantir. One analyst pointed out something pretty clever. What do you think South Korea will do with all the data they'll collect from this 10,000 GPU setup? Are they just going to watch it on a screen and call it a day? No way. They're likely going to use it to build something powerful that helps make smart decisions faster. This could really play into Palantir's hands, especially if they get involved in turning all that data into something useful. It's definitely a big move that could boost Palantir's position, especially with so many powerful GPUs coming online. Hold up. There's an even bigger announcement today. Elon Musk has just revealed GOVT 3, the latest version of X's AI, and it's already causing a stir. GOVT 3 is the new brainchild of Musk's AI startup, xAI, and it's being called the smartest AI on Earth. With its power more than 10 times stronger than the previous version, GOVT 3 is aiming to take on some of the biggest players in AI. Musk is positioning this as a serious competitor to some of the biggest names out there. This isn't just a regular upgrade. GOVT 3 is part of Musk's bigger plan to challenge the dominance of some of the top AI companies out there. It's definitely a game changer, and it shows Musk is all in on the AI arms race. This is huge for Palantir, especially considering what we already know about their involvement with GOVT. Palantir's ontology system has been working closely with GOVT before, and with the unveiling of GOVT 3, this connection could take things to a whole new level. If GOVT 3 really is as powerful as it's being described, Palantir stands to benefit big time from this partnership. Palantir's strength lies in turning complex data into actionable insights, and GOVT 3 could be a massive boost to that capability. With GOVT 3's enhanced computing power, it could help process and analyze data at a level that's way beyond what we've seen before. Imagine Palantir's system working hand-in-hand with GOVT 3's next-gen AI to create even smarter, faster decision-making tools. This could mean a lot for the future, whether it's unlocking new applications for Palantir's technology or forming new partnerships that can expand their reach. As Musk continues to push GOVT 3 as a competitor to the biggest AI players, Palantir could be right there, using the AI to enhance their own systems and potentially bring new innovations to the table. It's definitely a promising development for both companies, and the possibilities could be pretty exciting as this partnership evolves. This is a relationship to keep an eye on, as it could lead to some serious breakthroughs in the AI space. Here's the real twist. There are talks swirling online that Palantir might be about to secure a major contract with none other than Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency. When you factor in all the recent actions from politicians buying up Palantir stock and the big GOVT updates today, it starts to feel like something big is on the horizon. Could all this buzz be the lead-up to that rumored contract deal? It definitely seems like the stars are aligning. If Palantir does land this contract, it would be massive for the company. Not only would it solidify Palantir's role in the tech and government sectors, but it would also create a huge ripple of confidence among investors. The excitement around such a deal could send the stock price skyrocketing, and given the current momentum, it wouldn't be too wild to imagine Palantir reaching that $500 mark sooner than expected. This contract would open up a whole new chapter for Palantir, potentially boosting its capabilities and reach. With all the pieces in place, politicians backing the stock, new AI updates, and a potential partnership with Musk's government efficiency project, things are looking incredibly bullish. The anticipation alone could trigger a surge in stock price, with investors jumping in to get a piece of the action. If Palantir is able to capitalize on these opportunities, we might see its price soar to heights that, just a few months ago, seemed out of reach. But what is your opinion on this? Comment down below. If you are curious to find more, then make sure to click on one of the videos you see on the screen. And with that, we come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed the video, then turn on the notifications bell on this channel. Missing an important Palantir update might make you lose money. So, don't risk it. Also, please share this video with as many people as possible. Let's get this news out there.